Thanks for watching today's broadcast. Any unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Livestream STL is strictly prohibited.
The BLITZ Dental Care Team consists of dedicated individuals who are caring, kind, and friendly. Our staff is here to ensure a pleasant experience during your visit to our office. Our team includes experienced and energetic people whose goal it is to communicate well with our patients and provide the best care possible. Providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic care, schedule a visit by calling 636-937-3030 or find us on the web at blitzdentalcare.com.
Hey, we're here with Coach Chad Masters from the Bishop DuBourg Cavaliers. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Awesome. Hey, got a big win over Afton last week. Pretty big win. Got the monkey off the back. Haven't had a win in quite a while, but I know you'll take that win. Take us through that win a little bit.
It started, with just us building as a program from last year to this year also. We had to first start with getting kids to understand what it was like or how to compete. And I think that was a big process we had from last year to this year. Even the beginning of this year here, we went down to DeSoto, a team that beat us by about 30 last year, and we ended up going to overtime with them and losing in overtime, but had a chance to win it with a field goal with 9 seconds left. We just couldn't get through. And so what we're trying to figure out is how do you compete? And then once you figure out how to compete with teams, how can you try to win those games? And so I think this last Friday was just a great moment that things came together well for us. We practiced great that week, and there's a direct correlation to how well you prepare and practice. And overall, our practice has been a lot better this year than they were the year before. But even that week, there was something to them that they just figured out that, hey, we can start doing this and believing themselves a little bit, especially coming off a tough loss the week before.
Let's talk about injuries this week. Any injuries, and what's your game plan going into the Windsor game here this Friday?
Oh, we're actually pretty healthy. I'll knock on wood on that one. So no injuries outside of your basic football season injuries. Little bumps and bruises, sprains and strains and all that. But overall, we're pretty healthy right now. So hopefully that stays a trend for us, because that's anytime you're a small school, depth is always a concern. And we got we're developing depth in our program. As far as going in this game, they're similar to DeSoto in ways that are much bigger than the school we are, a bigger school than us, even with the co-op. So they got bigger athletes, a little bit faster athletes, a lot different than what we've, faced in the last couple of weeks. But, if we can control the run defensively a little bit, that's going to help us out a lot. They have a very, very potent rushing attack. And then offensively, we've got to stay balanced a little bit. We did a good job this week of balancing run pass a lot. That helped us kind of keep, I think, Afton on their toes a little bit. But, we're going to take what the defense gives us. And we think there's some opportunities for us that we're going to take advantage of. But it always comes down to, the execution, understanding our space, understanding where the ball needs to be. That's what we're going to try to go into, and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's another great opportunity for us. It's going to be a strong test. One of the better tests we have this year so far. So we're looking forward to this opportunity.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate the time, and good luck to you Friday night.
Hey, no, thank you. Thanks for the coverage that you have and all you do for high school football.
Chad Masters from the Bishop DuBourg Cavaliers.
Tire Bargains, your one-stop destination for all your vehicle's needs. Established in 1985, we offer the best deals on all major tire brands, custom wheels, and lift kits. But we do so much more than just make your vehicle look good. We also help make sure it rides and drives good by offering a full range of repair and inspection services, including alignments. Whether it's custom accessories or repair work, Tire Bargains has you covered. Tire Bargains is located at 2100 Truman Boulevard in Crystal City. Give us a call today at 636-937-0021.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SI.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3333.
3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
Hi, this is Steve Curley at MasterTech Auto Glass. Response has been great to our new business, but remember, we're not new in the business of auto glass. We have over 20 years of experience in rock chip repair, full windshield replacement, and we also offer camera recalibration services to keep your safety features functioning properly. We're a family-owned business, and I sincerely ask that you give my wife, Amanda, and I the opportunity to earn your business. So stop in or give us a call at 636-208-0018 or check us out at mastertechautoglass.com. We're MasterTech Auto Glass, located at 104 Twin City Mall in Crystal City, Missouri. Your vehicle will be in good hands at MasterTech Auto Glass.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays, we have Southern Nights on Wednesdays, we've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
Friday Night Blitz rolls on here. We've got Coach Jeff Funston from the Windsor Owls. How you doing, Coach?
Doing well. How are you tonight?
Awesome. Hey, a couple of tough sledding games here, the last couple weeks here, and a chance to possibly regroup here, and a potential good competition with DuBourg coming in here. What's it been like last couple weeks? What have you guys been trying to accomplish going into this week?
Well, I tell you, if you go back to week 2 there with Perryville, really we wanted to cut down on the amount of turnovers we had. We really gave them an opportunity to get their points, short field position for our defense. So we really kind of harped on that the following week there against Festus. Take care of the ball. And we actually we did put the ball on the ground a couple times, but we ended up getting it back. So I don't know that we lost the ball. I think we had I know for a fact we threw an interception, but as far as fumbles were concerned, we really did a lot better job of taking care of the ball, and so we're that's kind of the game plan going in this week. We're gonna continue on that. We've again been harping on it all week long now. We feel as if we take care of the ball and then we run our offense, we can shorten games and we can give ourselves a chance. And against really, most of our opponents, if not all of our opponents, let's limit their opportunities to put points on the board, and let's take some time off the clock, and then we'll hopefully shove one in the end zone there at the end of it.
Exactly. Let's talk a little bit about the health of the team here. Any injuries that we need to be noting?
Well, we did lose a couple there down at Perryville. We lost outside linebacker and wide receiver Nick Bear. He had a high and low ankle sprain that night. He's been walking around in a boot here for a little while. He's resilient kid. He's getting a lot of flexibility back. He's a tough kid too. So once he went down, we knew that it was legit. He was not in a good way. We've had some bumps and bruises like everybody else has right now.
Sure.
May have lost one here or there with a little ding ding on the head, but for the most part, we're starting to get some guys back from the last week of preseason. So now they're starting to get back, and it's going to be nice to have a closer to full squad this week. Great.
Got DuBourg this week, and tell us a little bit about your game plan going into the game tonight.
Well, they got some speed. So our job is going to be to bottle them up on defense, and then we've everybody game plans for what we think they're going to do. They might come out and something totally different as far as their defense is concerned. But like I mentioned earlier, if we take care of the ball, we run our offense, we're patient, we're going to score some points this week. And then, like I said, if we bottle up a little bit of their speed, then hopefully we end up on the good side of it.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you, and hope you are able to bring home a win.
Yeah, us as well. Thank you.
Jeff Funston from the Windsor Owls. Glass Blocks of St. Louis is a local family-owned company and employs trained professionals who will provide prompt, courteous, and professional service. We use no subcontractors for our glass block installations. We have a qualified office staff that will assist you from the beginning of your glass block project and trained installers that will complete your project in a timely manner. Serving St. Louis since 1912, call our office for a quote, 314-371-5500, or visit our offices at 1253 East Road in St. Louis. Glass Blocks of St. Louis.
The House Bar and Grill at your Festus Pasta House is your place to watch all local high school sports live. That's right, I said live. Come in and enjoy all local high school sports brought to you live on our 5 big screen TVs from Livestream STL. Also enjoy our happy hour menu, which includes half-price pizzas, discounted appetizers, and drink specials. We are the best place to gather for your local high school sports, brought to you by Livestream STL at your Festus Pasta House on Highway A, where it's always a great time.
Ruther Ford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Ruther Ford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Family pride is driven home. Ruther Ford, Ruther.com.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Stacy Miller of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services has you covered. She'll help you with every step of the process, from preparing your existing house for sale to using the latest tools and technology available in your search for a new home. Let Stacy put the resources of Berkshire Hathaway to work for you. In today's market, the choice of a realtor is more important than ever. Give Stacy Miller a call at 314-606-1007 or visit her website at stacyzmiller.com.
At Girardi Agency Missouri Farm Bureau, we're dedicated to safeguarding your present and securing your future. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or business insurance, we offer comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Our office has been located in Hillsborough for over 30 years. Please contact our office today for a quote. 636-797-5800.
Week 3 of the high school football season saw the contenders start to separate themselves from the pretenders. Only 5 teams in our coverage area remain undefeated, and at least one of those will fall tonight. But regardless of the records, nothing can beat the chance to compete under the lights while representing your schools. Win or lose, the core memories for Friday nights will stay with you. And now, thanks to modern technology, those memories can exist in places other than just your mind. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Whitener for the Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL, and we are in the memory-making business. Our first broadcast tonight comes from Imperial, where the 1-2 Windsor Owls play host to the 1-2 DuBourg Cavaliers. DuBourg is still riding high after last week's 64-34 win over Afton. It was the Cavaliers' first varsity football win since 2019 and the first for head coach Chet Masters. Senior quarterback Jack Masters tore through the Cougars' defense, rushing the ball 8 times for 116 yards, and it was 19 of 23 passing with 3 touchdowns. Senior wideout Keenan Thomas corralled 7 passes for 170 yards. Cavaliers will throw the ball at least a third of the total plays from scrimmage tonight, try to keep things opened up. They'll be facing a Windsor squad who is licking their wounds after a 56-7 loss at Festus. The boys and Browns stalled out on offense against the Tigers, averaging only 2.98 yards per play. On defense, defensive back Colin Cater made most of the tackles, which is also always a sign of long gains from the opposing offense. The Owls rely heavily on the run and will line up and dare you to stop them. They must win the battle at the line of scrimmage tonight if they have any hope of moving the offense on the ground. On defense, the Owls will have to put pressure on the quarterback, as it will be difficult to cover the DuBourg receivers otherwise. This should be a pretty even matchup tonight, and both teams should walk away with plenty of memories. The only question remains, will they be good memories or not so good memories? We'll find out shortly. In other area games, 2-1 Festus is at 0-3 DeSoto. Jefferson heads to St. Pius in a clash of unbeaten teams. 2-1 Grandview makes the long trip to 2-1 Hallsville. 1-2 Perryville hosts 0-3 Bayless. 2-1 Crystal City welcomes winless Confluence Prep. 3-0 Hillsborough visits 1-2 North County. Undefeated Seckman hosts 0-3 Melville. 1-2 Fox is at 2-1 Rittner. And 0-3 Northwest is at home against 2-1 Lafayette. Undefeated Oakville visits 2-1 Ladue, and 2-1 Eureka hosts 2-1 Marquette. Go grab another bowl of chili and a cold beverage. Don't forget the hot sauce. Let's make some memories, shall we? It's the Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
Good evening and welcome to Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL. This is Livestream STL South, and we are live from Windsor High School home to the Windsor Owls. Our matchup tonight is between the 1-2 DuBourg Cavaliers and the 1-2 Windsor Owls. Good evening, Matt Bates, Austin Reardon, and producer Eli Yunt in the house tonight for a matchup again of 1 and 2 teams, but the DuBourg Cavaliers are coming in tonight snapping a 28-game winless streak, and don't know how many of us were ever involved in anything like that. Bring into the booth Austin Beard in here, and Austin, I know back in the day whenever I played, it was maybe a 1-2 game, but could you imagine going 3 years of your high school career and not winning a football game?
I think not winning at all is really tough. I played on the baseball side. We didn't have a very good couple years, and it's hard to build that program back up, right? We didn't start to see that success till my junior and senior year, where some guys got some confidence and we could do some things. And so I'm sure very similar. We heard Coach from DuBourg talk about that a little bit. They gained some confidence last week and hope to build on it this week and on through the season to just teach the kids how to compete, right? Because they haven't done that the past couple years.
And really at any level, that is one of the harder things to teach, is just being competitive. And you look on the other side of the ball, the Windsor Owls, they come in only scoring 14 points in 3 games. And they've given up 74. They've got a plus-minus of -60, where DuBourg coming into tonight, they've scored 106 and have given up 132 with only a 26-point differential. We're getting ready for the kickoff as DuBourg has 1,349 yards this season compared to the 545 for Windsor. And we are getting set to kick off here at Windsor High School, and Masters with the end-over-end kick. That's taken by Logan Wilson, and he's going to bring it straight up the chute. Breaks over midfield and is down at the DuBourg 45-yard line, where the Windsor offense will take over.
Yep, so DuBourg, they win that toss there. They defer. The Owls will start with the ball. Pretty clean recovery there. Got a good yardage to start things out, and starting on their side of the football field.
Lining up your Windsor offense for you right now. Left tackle, number 60, Jack Heath. Number 71, left guard, Evan Wetzels. Number 52 at center, Riley Weisner. Number 55, Connor Duranza at right guard. That's Gannon Duranza, I'm sorry. And at right tackle, number 54, Keegan Ashes. And looks like we start play off with a little offsides. And they'll move that up for a quick 1st and 5.
5-yard penalty.
And we'll set up the rest of the offense here in just a second. Back at quarterback, number 13, Luke Patterson for the Windsor Owls. He's going to keep it. Was looking to fake. Does. Gets out. Right back. Nope. Looks like he might have picked up the first down at the 35-yard line on a 5-yard run.
Yeah, and I think for Windsor, we saw it in week 1 as we hosted that game against Turkey. They won 7-6. Windsor, loves to run a lot of things out of the backfield, doing a lot of misdirection, trying to mix up that look to the defense. So look to see them run the ball a lot this evening.
And I think that's going to be one of the keys to keeping DuBourg off their game, is going to be a lot of misdirection and ball control. As we have 1st and 10. Here's a handoff on the outside. That's A.J. Patrick. I guess had a knee down on a player. Didn't go down all the way. Still stays on his feet.
Patrick fights his way downfield to the 30. Picks up enough yards for an Owls.
It looks like he is stopped at the 25-yard line. So enough for a Windsor Owl 1st down once again.
Yeah, and you mentioned a ball control, and I think even in the week 1 win against Herculaneum, we saw a lot of trouble with that. So watch for the quarterback here to be clean on handoffs and taking those snaps, as that was a little shaky in week 1.
Wide receiver down in front of us, number 12, Noah Kimball, and 2 up top. Wilson inside handoff, gets about 2 on the play. We'll finish off the starting lineup at wide receiver, number 12, Noah Kimball. Wide receiver, number 8, A.J. Patrick. Number 22, Charlie Gabriel. At running back, number 34, Logan Wilson. And at tailback, number 3, Willie Coleman. So out comes Gabriel, in comes number 11, Duncan Gross. 10-14 and counting. Just underway here in the first quarter at Windsor High School. Matt Bates, Austin Bearden, and that would be my young man Eli Yunt on the production side tonight. There's an end-around run, and it looks like that was number 21. Colin Carter comes into the game with 11 carries and 44 yards on the season.
Quickly can see what Windsor wants to do here, right? Keep the ball on the ground, a little ground and pound, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, if you will. And if DuBourg doesn't start getting some stops up there at the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long evening for him on defense.
Indeed it will be, and they are on the far side of the field. If you're following us on Mixler, Windsor is going right to left, and if you're a DuBourg fan, they are going left to right. There's another inside handoff once again, and brought down by number 76, David Sides. That was number 21. It was Colin Carter.
It'll be a second down and 4.
That'll bring up a second down and 4. Once again, want to thank the following. That would be Pasta House in Festus, Texas Roadhouse, and Case and Bucks in Barnhart for airing our games tonight. Thank you so much as we have second down. Inside handoff, and it looks like that will be a Windsor touchdown. That was number 8, A.J. Patrick.
Some more misdirection in the backfield, and Windsor showing up, making a statement early. We're going to take care of this football, and we're going to pound it in. Come stop us.
The great return by Wilson to set up the field position in the Cavaliers into the field, gave them a short 45-yard field to work with, and did not take Windsor that long to ground and pound and put the ball into the end zone. Out comes number 9, Ryan Eskridge, to try the PAT with 8:49 left to go here in the first quarter. There's a snap down, fire drill with the high snap, and Patrick, A.J. Patrick, is able to sneak the ball in for an 8-0 Windsor Owl lead on the 2-point conversion. When we come back, the Owls will kick off. This is Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
Glass Blocks of St. Louis is a local family-owned company and employs trained professionals who will provide prompt, courteous, and professional service. We use no subcontractors for our glass block installations. We have a qualified office staff that will assist you from the beginning of your glass block project and trained installers that will complete your project in a timely manner. Serving St. Louis since 1912, call our office for a quote, 314-371-5500. Or visit our offices at 1253 East Road in St. Louis. Glass Blocks of St. Louis.
Back here at Windsor High School, Matt Bates, Austin Bearden, Eli Young running the board tonight. Thank you very much, sir. As it did not take the Windsor Owls that long, all of 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go 45 yards. Back to kick, number 9. That is Ryan Eskridge, the junior. Once again, both teams coming in with a record of 1-2. Here's the kick. Taken by Keenan Thomas, number 3. Hands it off to number 11, Cam Hall. They get out to the 25-yard line, and that's where they will set up shop at. Front line will read like this. Number 73, Kendrick Sanders at left tackle. Number 55, left guard, Lamont Jeffries. At center, number 75, Davion Sides. At right guard, number 57, that is Zach Groover. And at right tackle, number 76, twin brother David Sides. Two wide receivers come down low in front of us, Keenan Thomas and number 1, Jimmy Straub. Back to pass, Jack Masters. He's going to take that, and he's just going to run right up the gut for about 6 yards on that carry as Masters comes in, the number 2 Metro passer in passing yards at 770 yards, 36 of 64 on the season, 770 yards, 5 TDs, 3 interceptions, but also running 43 carries, 140 yards, 5 TDs, so collectively 10 TDs on the season so far.
Yeah, and you got to think that's part of the game plan for Windsor for sure, is quarterback containment, maybe playing a spy in the middle of the field to help with that containment. But we'll see what he can do with the arm today.
Ball on the 29. Masters wrapped up, went to throw it, but the ball's picked up by Colin Carter. Not sure if they're going to call that a forward pass, but nobody threw a flag or blew the play down. That could be a 29-yard return. Fumble return by Colin Carter.
I think indeed it was. I didn't see that. He tried to bring the ball back, but I didn't see him come forward. And the referee was all over that. So it looks like a fumble recovered by Windsor with a touchdown to make this an early lead of 14 and more to come.
Scoop and a score for the Owls. As we say, the football gods giveth, the football gods taketh away. Pressure put on Masters. Was trying to roll out to get rid of the ball. Lost control of it. Scooped up into the hands of number 21, Colin Carter. Eskridge goes to drill that one through, and
point after is
no good. So it is now a 14-0 game in favor of the Windsor Owls over the DuBourg Cavaliers. This is Friday Night Blitz on live stream STL.
Rutherford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Rutherford off I-55, the Herculaneum Auto Mall.
Family pride is driven home. Rutherford, Ruther.com.
Ryan Eskridge back to kick for the Windsor Owls, thanks to Rutherford. They're also our halftime sponsor. Go see Doug Jr., 1325 McNutt Road there in Herculaneum on the Outer Road, 636-931-9393. And after scoring 2 touchdowns in 3 weeks, now the Windsor Owls have scored 2 touchdowns in just roughly less than 4 minutes of the ball game. Here's a little onside kick. That's muffed. Picked up by Logan Wilson, number 34. And DuBourg muffs the onside kick. Logan Wilson picks it right up, just like the scoop and score by Colin Carter. And it looks like that ball will be on the 40, 35-yard line.
They whistled something down here. They're talking about something. I didn't see a penalty flag come out, but the ball was beyond the 50.
The pooch kick.
Really?
If you get under it and you pooch it or pop it, they're not allowing that this year. But if you get underneath it and kick it from underneath, they will count that.
I think they're saying he stepped out.
But
still get
in
the ball,
any
though.
event. Yep, the Owls take over on the other side of the field once again. Patterson hands off to Logan Wilson. Wilson finally taken down by number 9, Zach Franklin.
DuBourg's yet to stop him up the middle, but even on that play there, you saw the end-around fake, and it's wide open over there on the right side. So I think once DuBourg does have an answer in the middle, Windsor's going to have some options to get outside and make this game pretty interesting.
Well, the numbers don't necessarily read off the chart coming into the game for the Windsor Owls as far as offense goes. They'd only scored 14 points. They had allowed 74 and only had 36 yards of passing, but 509 yards of rushing. Here's a rollout. I thought we might have had a halfback option, but a wrap up and a tackle on the aforementioned number 21, Colin Carter.
Number 21.
See, now they tried to run basically the same exact play there, but they went with the toss. I think I would have liked to see the fake and then the handoff. A little bit more deception, because the last play they got a really good look on that end around, but there DuBourg saw that right away with the toss.
Would you think coming into the game with the passing game of the Owls with only 4 completions on 14 attempts, would you be more inclined to want to load more up in the box to make them try to air it out?
Yeah, I think you got to stack the box and then give yourself some, because you know they like to go outside on the run too, right? So you got to have some defensive end containment, but definitely stack the box with some linebackers.
1st and 10, ball on the 33-yard line, and another inside handoff. Logan Wilson once again brought down by number 75, Davion Sides.
I think DuBourg's coach hit it, though, in the pregame, right? So they're really, really fast on defense. They're going to be fast on offense as well, obviously. But they're not quite as physical as some other teams that they're playing, and that shows up front on this defensive line.
I was just going to say, you see the size of the 3 up front, but then once you get past those 3, the size really does diminish from there. 2nd down and 4, the ball on the 27-yard line, and it looks like
we're going to have encroachment again.
Just when you thought you would stop shooting yourselves in the foot, there's another offsides penalty, giving the Owls another free 5 yards now, making that
a 5-yard penalty. With that penalty,
that should bring up a 1st down, and it does. So 1st and 10, ball on the DuBourg 22-yard line. End around, nope. That is going to be Patterson on the keeper. He's going to go around, but was brought down.
Patterson on the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, and I think if you're DuBourg here early, knowing their history and the tough time they had to get to that first win last week, the last thing you want to do is get a little doubt in your mind. There's a lot of football game left, and they have a lot of speed, and they're obviously very good in the passing game, so able to get downfield quickly, but they got to get this ball back on their side, get a little traction going, and see where this game takes them.
For the Owls, number 60, lineman Jack Heath comes out, and that would be number 53, Michael Leitner, replacing him. 2nd and 8. Here is Patterson once again. Was going to go to the outside, found an alley, cut it up in between the guard and tackle spot, and takes it all the way down to the 8-yard line, which now will be 1st and goal, as Patrick read that one really well.
Patterson looks so much better compared to week 1. You can see the growth there. That was by far his best fake that I've seen in this game and both the first game. That was sold well, and obviously it showed up on the yardage.
1st and goal from the 3. Here's a handoff to A.J. Patrick. Rumbles down to the 5-yard line. Give him a gain of 3 on that play.
Number 8, A.J. Patrick on the carry. Taken down by number 50, Malachi Jones of the Cavaliers.
Was brought down by number 50, Malachi Jones.
Ball is at the 6-yard line.
And I think if Windsor continues to get some separation, I think you will see them go to the pass game a little bit. We saw a couple nice passes against Herky that didn't quite come through. Had some drop passes on the receivers, so probably worth get some confidence in the passing game.
Patterson under center. He's going to call his own number, went to run it up the gut, and he was met by number 13, Eli Jones, one of the few solo tackles that we've seen on the evening for the Cavaliers.
So we got a flag in the backfield there. Unsportsmanlike.
Looks like they're calling that on the Cavaliers. So that'll take it halfway from 5. Call at the 2.5-yard line now. That quick Herculaneum math, I'm telling you. So coming out is number 12, Noah Kimball, in with the play. Number 22, Charlie Gabriel.
He hasn't reset the box. That should be a 1st down, though.
Duncan Gross all the way up top, number 11. Gabriel down in front of us. Inside handoff, that is number 5. That is Carter Jessic, and may have gotten about 2 on that. So ball will be about the half-yard line now as Jessic, they tried giving him the inside handoff. Jessic, 10 carries, 40 yards on the young season.
It'll be a third down for Windsor.
Willie Coleman, the third, coming in. That's why he wears number 3. Break the huddle with 3:27 and counting left to go here in the first quarter from Windsor High School. Patterson under center. Gets the snap. Had his own number called on that one and is brought down way back in the backfield by number 21, Karan Wise. And number 13, Eli Jones in there as they both gang tackled Luke Patterson back in the backfield. Substantial loss on that 3rd and 1 play. Looks like it takes them back to the 8-yard line now, so a loss of 7 on that play. 2:40 and counting. Once again, though, Windsor still has the ball. DuBourg, the one time they had it, they fumbled the kickoff, and that's an end around to number 3, Willie Coleman. He goes in from 8 yards out, and the Windsor Owls, protecting the nest, have now opened up a 20-0 lead with their 3rd touchdown of the evening, only in the first quarter with 2:29 left to go. Eskridge back out once again for another PAT attempt. Snap back, down, kick up. Just punched right through, and True makes that 21-0 with 2:29 left to go. This is Friday Night Blitz football action on live stream STL.
Glass Blocks of St. Louis is a local family-owned company and employs trained professionals who will provide prompt, courteous, and professional service. We use no subcontractors for our glass block installations. We have a qualified office staff that will assist you from the beginning of your glass block project and trained installers that will complete your project in a timely manner. Serving St. Louis since 1912, call our office for a quote, 314-371-5500. Or visit our offices at 1253 East Road in St. Louis. Glass Blocks of St. Louis.
Catch our games live at the following local restaurants in the Festus and Barnhart area. We have the Pasta House of Festus, Texas Roadhouse in Festus, Case and Bucks in Barnhart, all brought to you by us right here on Livestream STL through the TKDS Sports app, for mobile, Roku, and Fire TV. Once again, Matt Bates, Austin Bearden, and Eli Yunt back here at Windsor High School as the Windsor Owls have just opened up a big wound on the DuBourg Cavaliers by the score of 21-0. So after taking notice on that onside kick that they'd recovered and scored on, now you're of the mindset on your front line, you got to be ready for that again. Once again, this is a pooch punt up in the air. That was caught by number 19, Jaden Diggs. Got the freshman back there on the hands team for DuBourg. He holds on to it, and that's where they will take over. DuBourg will take over at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, and I think in a lot of matchups this week, if you saw this score on one side or the other, you would say that this game's got a wrap on it or pretty close, even though we're in the first quarter. But I think with this team and the elusive offense that we've seen in the first couple games, even in their loss, they've got a chance to get right back into this one. So need a really healthy drive for DuBourg to get back into this one. And then if you're Windsor, need a big stop, keep shoving it on down.
That momentum, it's a crazy beast. Fakes the inside handoff, does Masters, rolls out, hits his favorite target. Keenan Thomas looks to go up the sidelines, and trust me, over on the track side, you do not want to get into a track meet with Keenan Thomas. Once again, comes into tonight's game with 559 total yards. He's the number 1 receiver in reception yards and the number 1 receiver in average yards per catch at 30 yards a catch.
Yeah, and I think if DuBourg wants to play to that passing strong suit, they're going to have to get the ball out quickly. The offensive line's not having a lot of luck thus far in holding off Windsor's defensive line. So forcing them to get the passing game out quick or start running that ball outside.
And Thomas does have 10 rushes for 112 yards on the season as well, too. There's a ball that goes right off the hands of number 1. That was Jimmy Staub. And it looks like they're going to call a little pass interference, but I don't want to speculate just yet. You never know. But there looked like 2 Owls hounding him before or right at the point of contact.
Yep, you got it. Pass interference on the defense.
Penalty is a pass interference against the Owls.
Staub, the senior, wearing number 1 for the Bishop DuBourg Cavaliers. Really, they have like an old makeshift Herculaneum outfit with the white jersey, the black pants with the
first down.
Red and white striping on it, and the red numbers outlined in black helmets. Windsor wearing her home brown with mustard numbers outlined in white. Moving the ball, 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line of Windsor. Here's a snap back to Masters, goes back out to Staub now. Staub could not shake loose of a tackle up there on the far side of the field. It's brought down at the 40-yard line. Looks like a gain or a loss of 4 on that play.
Going back to that penalty, though, I think that's where it gets interesting in high school football because you don't see a lot of passing play. And so these guys running about a third of their offense through the passing game. It's going to be interesting to see, one, if Windsor can hold off and play solid defense, but also not get called for the PI.
Don't see a lot of passing in the Jefferson County area. And speaking of Jefferson, there's Sean Pickens, the big A train. Last year wore number 7 in the big man at about 280 pounds. They used him out at the tight end spot. Now they're using him primarily as a flanker back / fullback, if you will. Takes that carry. Gets a couple on that modestly, but brings up a 3rd and 9 for Bishop DuBourg with the clock rolling, 68 seconds and counting left to go in this opening quarter. In motion, Keenan Thomas. Masters, short pass over the middle, gets about half of the required yardage needed, so it looks like that will bring down a 4th and call it 5.
Number 3, Keenan Thomas.
And out comes Pickens. In comes number 13, Eli Jones.
Yeah, and the personnel could get interesting, right? Because we know that they can pass it, but then having that big running back that can run it down in the middle of the field, obviously not great because you start 5 yards back off that first passing play, but you start making that drive after drive, you're going to loosen up that Windsor defense.
2 wide receivers near us, Thomas and Staub. Out of the backfield, hits Thomas right over the middle, and is stopped short of the first down as on a 4th and 5, he stops 2 yards short of the sticks, then gets brought down. That'll be a turnover on downs, as I don't think Thomas knew where he was on the field when he stopped to catch the ball.
Very well, and not a lot of time spent there taking the read either. I thought he had a little bit of time in the pocket to maybe get something downfield. But I think he's also conscious too, right? Windsor's defensive line has penetrated very quickly here early, but he did have a little bit of time on that one, so something to watch as we go forward.
Ball is at the 29-yard line. First time Windsor's had the ball back in their own end of the field. 10 seconds left to go, possibly last play of the quarter. Inside handoff to Logan Wilson. Wilson tries to shake 1, shake 2, is tackled by number 4. That's Travis Moorhead, and also number 13, Eli Jones, and that's going to bring up the end of the first quarter with the score. The Windsor Owls 21, the visiting DuBourg Cavaliers nothing. Back for a fresh 12 for the second quarter. When we come back, this is Friday Night Blitz on live stream STL.
The Breeze Dental Care Team consists of dedicated individuals who are caring, kind, and friendly. Our staff is here to ensure a pleasant experience during your visit to our office. Our team includes experienced and energetic people whose goal it is to communicate well with our patients and provide the best care possible. Providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic care. Schedule a visit by calling 636-937-3030 or find us on the web at breezedentalcare.com.
Back here at Windsor High School. Back here at Windsor High School.
Tammy Karnowski and all of the athletic boosters, President Rochelle Scott of the Owls Football Moms Club, and all of the moms that help out. President of the band booster, Stephen Flanders, and all of
Is
the
the
members
blue
of
mute
the
button
band
on?
Junior Owls Football
Hello,
Program,
hello.
Rick Patterson, and
Got
everyone
me on
else
there?
involved.
Think you're up.
Okay.
But
having a little technical difficulty right here. Windsor gets a ball up the middle there. Looks like an end around. Hand this over. I'll let you take it, and we'll figure out my mic.
Number 21, Colin Carter, the ball carrier. Taken down by 76, David Sides of the Cavaliers. Ball
So
is at
we
the
have
39-yard line. That run's good for an Owls.
Mr. Sides, that was
Touchdown.
number 76, David Sides with a tackle. Just underway here in the second quarter, 11:45 left to go until we get to the Rutherford halftime show. And once again, I'd like to thank all the sponsors partnering up with us. Here's a pitch out. That is to number 8, A.J. Patrick. Patrick slices and dices his way over the midfield. Owl takes it into DuBourg territory down to the 46-yard line.
11, Cam Hall picks up enough yards for an Owls. First down.
So once again, we'd like to thank all of those that have sponsored with us. But if you want to sponsor with us, businesses, we're looking for sponsors to complete our spots this fall. You can sponsor with us by calling us at 314-852-4398. Sponsor with us at Livestream STL. Inside handoff wrapped up by number 9, Zach Franklin, and a host of Cavaliers. Also in there, number 75, that is Davion Sides. Gain of 2 on the play. Out comes Logan Wilson.
Brings up a second down and 8 for the Owls. Ball is at the
How about now, Mr.
44-yard
Bates?
line of the Cavaliers.
Am I with you?
You're with me.
There it is.
You are with me. You're with us. Welcome back to the fold, Mr. Austin.
We just had to make sure prime time was good to go.
Here's Patterson once again, inside handoff to Wilson. He just bulls his way through. Might have picked up the first down on that. We'll see the official spot, but not only is DuBourg not getting much pressure up through the front line, but that second wave that Logan Wilson and everybody is picking up for the Windsor Owls, they're just taking advantage of that guard tackle gap that's being left open.
Yeah, and obviously I don't know what they've practiced on the defensive front for DuBourg, but it might be worth trying some corner safety blitzes, just trying to bring more pressure, daring Windsor to throw the ball.
3rd and 2 from the 38. Another handoff, and that was picked up after a gain of 7 on the play. So
Landon Robbins on the carry again. Spikes his way to the 29.
Landon Robbins, number 44. Robbins on the season, 13 carries, 88 yards. So
That last run by Robbins, good enough for now.
out comes number 3, Willie
First
Coleman.
down.
The DuBourg D getting a workout in this first half so far. Patterson back again under center. Pitch out. Rocking and rolling to number 2. That is Lawrence Heffley. That is a 29-yard run on 1st and 10 for Lawrence Heffley.
Yeah, and, we talked about that earlier, right? That fake and then getting that pitch later instead of going straight to that toss. And I thought that look was really nice. It was very deceptive for the defense, and you saw him punch it through there with ease.
He knifed and diced his way through that DuBourg secondary, got to even the third wave, and just could not be brought down. Here's another fire drill on a snap that was low. A.J. Patrick goes in for the corner and picks up another 2-point conversion, which will now make the score 29 to nothing in favor of the Windsor Owls. And we're going to step aside. This is Friday Night Blitz on live stream STL South.
Ruther Ford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Ruther Ford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Where family pride is driven home. Ruther Ford, Ruther.com.
Let's check out our good old buddy Ron Rigdon over at Cheap Seats Photography. He does our photography banners, designs. That's where we get our banners from, Cheap Seats Photo. Give Ron Rigdon a call, 314-402-9014, or visit him at cheapseatsphoto.com. Tell him we sent you from Livestream STL. Cheap Seats Photography, but you have to go to cheapseatsphoto.com. Wherever you see us and see our banners, those were done courtesy of Mr. Ron Rigdon. Quality work. Eight minutes, 55 seconds until we get to the Ruther Ford halftime show. But once again, want to thank everybody over at Pasta House, over at Texas Roadhouse, and Case and Bucks up in Barnhart. Another onside kick, if you will. Looks like these are becoming the modus operandi now for Windsor. And if they can get that ball recovered, they'll take full advantage of it. But DuBourg wraps that one up, and they'll start at their own 40-yard line and give Jack Masters and the Cavaliers 60 yards of turf to work with.
Yeah, I thought a good decision on the onside kick, bring the element of surprise, you get the ball, things turn out well. But this push kick, I don't like it as much. They had a solid kick their first time down. Why not make DuBourg have to work a little bit farther down the field? I feel like giving them this field position allows them to have a shot to get back into this one. And if you're Windsor, it's what you're trying to avoid. Having some trouble with the play clock there.
Now everybody's on the same page. Masters in the shotgun. Two wide receivers down in front of us. He's going to air it out. Going long and just overshoots number 11, Cam Hall, streaking down the far sideline. And boy, not only did he have the arm underneath it, but Hall was wide open and broke the coverage.
Yeah, I mean, just wait for that to connect, though. No safety deep there. And that shot's going to be open for sure later. So if he can be a little more accurate there, not lead as much, but I get it, right? You'd rather lead him a little bit than throw it short and have an interception, as he's thrown a couple of those this year.
Thomas and Colombini up top on the far side near us, number 11, Cam Hall. And in the backfield, big A-Sean Pickens. Masters going to roll out. Modest screen pass on the far side, caught by Thomas for a gain of maybe one. Probably his hardest fought 1 yard all season. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Called a long 9, short 8.
Yeah, I think right idea there. He had one guy to beat at first, but the play took a little bit too long to develop, and it allowed the rest of the defense to kind of swarm over there, not allowing to take advantage of that one-on-one with the screen block there.
The clock rolling, 8:11 left to go here in the second quarter. Hall down in front of us, and timeout taken by the DuBourg Cavaliers. We're going to keep it right here, and we're going to talk about a show that I'm involved with for Livestream STL called Upon Further Review. This is our weekly show that reviews the past week's high school football scores. We crown a player of the week along with some honorable mentions. And then we discuss next week's games on Livestream STL. We'll have a classic rivalry game between Hillsboro and Festus next week. And on Livestream STL South, we'll have another classic, Eureka at Oakville. Join Ray Hallbrook, myself, and Jeff Whitener for Upon Further Review. Wednesdays at 10 a.m. on Livestream STL. And you can get that via Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, which is now called X, and the TKDS Sports Network for mobile, Roku, and Fire TV. That is Upon Further Review, affectionately known as UFR. We do those deep dives, Austin. We get right into the nuts and bolts of everything.
And you guys do a great job. I think it's awesome what Ray and the crew you guys come up with to highlight all these athletes in the area. Really nice job.
And also, Festus and DeSoto is on the main live stream STL channel. Here is Cam Hall over the middle, all the way down to the 13-yard line. That was on a 3rd and 8 from the 41.
Big gain on the play. First down.
Yeah, this is what I talked about earlier, right? DuBourg's not out of this one because you see how quickly they just gained, 30, 40 yards on that passing play as Master stepped up in the pocket, delivered a strong pass, and then we were able to get some yards after the catch. So really nice job there by DuBourg, and, with a quick score here, they might be able to get 2 possessions here before the half.
They are on the march. Here is Masters awaiting the snap. Fakes the handoff to Pickens. That's actually a direct snap to Keenan Thomas. And he was on the sideline, and the official, good thing he stepped in the way because number 21, that was Colin Carter coming through, and he was looking to clean house. But was able to get out of bounds, stop the clock with 7:29. 7 plus 2 equals 9 on that deal.
Look at you.
But this is one of the few drives where actually we've seen the Windsor Owls kind of like, they haven't broken yet, but they're definitely bending at this point. The ball is nestled on the 17-yard line, 2nd and 3. Masters moves out. Another direct snap to Keenan Thomas and a Wildcat. Throws it back to Masters. He drops it. Went in between his feet on the low throw, and Logan Wilson, lo and behold, just reaches down and picks up another fumble recovery for the Windsor Owls as they tried a little trickery with the direct snap as Masters moved to his left. Thomas comes in, takes the snap, throws it over to Masters. Masters took the low throw, couldn't get it, and Logan Wilson coming up from that defensive end position scoops up the turnover as once again another unproductive drive and another timeout taken with 7:23 left to go in the first half. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. We'll be right back here on Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
Glass Blocks of St. Louis is a local family-owned company and employs trained professionals who will provide prompt, courteous, and professional service. We use no subcontractors for our glass block installations. We have a qualified office staff that will assist you from the beginning of your glass block project and trained installers that will complete your project in a timely manner. Serving St. Louis since 1912, call our office for a quote, 314-371-5500. Or visit our offices at 1253 East Road in St. Louis. Glass Blocks of St. Louis.
Special thanks to athletic trainer Megan.
Also, look at Stacy Miller at Berkshire Hathaway if you're looking to get your house sold. StacyZMiller.com. Once again at Berkshire Hathaway, call her directly 314-606-1007. That is StacyZMiller.com at Berkshire Hathaway. 7:23 left to go until the Rutherford halftime show. 1st and 10 for the Windsor Owls on their own 27-yard line as they recovered another fumble and another miscue. Here's an inside handoff to A.J. Patrick, one man to beat. Forces him out of bounds, does Travis Moorhead, but Not before. Windsor crosses midfield once again and takes it all the way down to the 45-yard line.
I think we're going to be bringing that one back. I believe there was a hold here on the offense.
I do see that they've got the flag nestled right at the Windsor 45-yard line, and we will await the call, which is a hold on Windsor. So a big gain by A.J. Patrick that really busted that one wide open. But usually, as I tell Ray during these broadcasts, that's just one you're going to put in your back pocket, save that one for later with, minus the hold call.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Windsor, you got a lot of good things going right now. The holding penalty isn't going to break you. They're showing up really well so far on the field.
Patterson back, end around run. Picks up about 5 on the play is number 21. That is Colin Carter.
Going back to that fumble there on DuBourg, I think you got to ask why a little bit there. Why are we trying to get too much trickery in there? You know Windsor's getting good pressure up front. You probably don't have the time to flip that back. And honestly, when Masters gets that ball in his hand, he's pretty quick at getting rid of it anyway. So I'm not sure why we tried that, but definitely a killer for DuBourg if you had a good thing going there.
Little line shift up front for DuBourg. Trying to read the run play. They do. And Travis Moorhead comes up from the defensive back spot, sticks his nose in there along with number 9, Zach Franklin.
This is exactly what we heard about the pregame show. This is exactly what Windsor wants to do. They want to eat some clock right and run the ball down the field 3 yards in a cloud of dust mentality.
Ball control.
You got it. And they're forcing the turnovers too. So, when you continue to put the ball in the offensive hands and they run the ball a lot, you eat a lot of clock.
And they're also putting points up off those turnovers as well too. Last week doing the Jefferson Herculaneum game, the Blue Jays turned the ball over twice inside their 25, and Herculaneum could not convert or put any points up off of that. But you're seeing Windsor taking every advantage that they can. Ashawn Pickens stepping up in the middle along with number 76, David Sides for DuBourg.
We're on the 4th down here really short. I would imagine they're going to stay on the field.
Number 34, Wilson, short.
They might punt it.
Well, the way they've done the onside kicks and all that as well, I mean, if I'm on the DuBourg huddle, I'm like, watch the fake punt. And it looks like, why not put the throttle down on the gas pedal? Under center, once again, Luke Patterson. Inside handoff to Robbins. That is number 44, Landon Robbins, the junior. Made short work of that.
Picks up enough yardage for an Owls.
Yeah, that just breaks you as a defense when you get them to 4th down and you can't make that stop, especially where you are in this football game trailing by 29.
The ball's at the 42-yard line now of Windsor with the clock still running for 45 and counting until halftime. But Windsor once again taking every advantage that they've been given, and they are making the DuBourg Cavaliers pay for it dearly. Number 12, Noah Kimball down in front of us. All for naught as there's another inside handoff once again. Gets down to the midfield stripe.
Way to the 50-yard line. Picks up about 8 yards on that last play. It'll be a 2nd down for the Owls.
Yeah, this is tough. I think if you're DuBourg going into the half, all you want to do is see some points on the board. So after giving up that turnover, your defense having a hard time getting a stop here. You got to dig deep, find a way to get that ball back in your hands before the half, so you can put some points on the board, get a little momentum going into halftime.
This is one of the few quarterbacks in Luke Patterson where I thought maybe it was just a 1 or 2 thing where he would go under center, but he's religiously under center every snap where he's going to drop back. There's a pass out to A.J. Patrick in the flat. Shakes one, and that is to the end zone for a Windsor touchdown.
Pass complete to number 13, Luke Patterson.
Yeah, and I think DuBourg there, they finally said it, right? I'm going to put everybody in the box. And the quick little slip out by the wide receiver, easy pass, and run it all the way in for a quick Windsor touchdown there.
Made short work of 50 yards on that. Touchdown pass from Luke Patterson, who, if you were at Las Vegas right now and you put the money on him for a 50-yard pass, coming into tonight, 4 of 14 for 36 yards and a pick.
Point after attempt is good.
Throws a 50-yard touchdown pass to A.J. Patrick. The point after is good. So with the score now 36-0, we're going to step aside. This is Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
Ruther Ford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Ruther Ford off I-55, the Herculean Automotive.
Family pride is driven home. Ruther Ford, Ruther.com.
Matt Bates, Austin Bearden, Eli Yunk back here at Windsor High School. Stop by Pasta House in Festus, 1606 Galemore Street in Festus, 636-725-0300. Or stop by Texas Roadhouse, 1351 Shapiro Drive, 636-330-0512. Or Case and Bucks in Barnhart, 7095 Metropolitan Boulevard, 636-464-0110. Thank you for airing our games tonight in your facility. 36-0, Windsor on top. Kickoff once again handled by number 11, Cam Hall. Cam went to break it to the outside, is wrapped up and tackled at the 23-yard line, and that is where Bishop DuBourg will take over once again.
And I think great choice there by Windsor to go ahead and boot that one and stop with the short kicks and allowing DuBourg to start with good field position. As the last time they saw something without the fumble, they were on track to put some points in the end zone. So making it a little bit more challenging here as this one's close to their own 20.
Masters once again coming into tonight's ball game, 43 carries, 140 yards, 5 TDs. Pickens out of the backfield had 4 rushes, 62 yards, and a TD. And you also had Keenan Thomas, 10 carries, 112 yards. So the running game was no slouch for DuBourg. Masters going to roll out. Fires high to Keenan Thomas. So I don't know if it's you can start pointing fingers at a lot of things, you know, even playing on this makeshift artificial turf. They're used to playing on grass up at their place. But it just seems like that Jack Masters is just having a whale of a time trying to just get that pass to his wide receivers. As you saw, the one about 60 yards downfield a while ago just missed his back, Cam Hall, and is just not able to connect with his receivers tonight.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think he's looked pretty solid. We're just not taking care of the football. We got a couple fumbles in this one, and we're giving the ball away on the onside kick and a couple others. So, you know, we got to take care of the football if you're DuBourg and give yourself a shot in this one.
Referee and the back judge delay a game on the part of Bishop DuBourg.
Cavaliers delay a game.
Another 5-yard penalty just to make the trip a little bit longer. Make a 2nd and 15 now. The ball resting on the 17-yard line.
I think another thing to point out at first, Windsor was all in that backfield, but they're starting to get a little bit better blocking on the offensive line, so that's not as much the issue.
Masters going to air it out, has Hall. Actually, that was number 1, Jimmy Straub. Boy, and he had him open too, and once again just could not connect.
Yeah, I think that wide open, and I get it, right? You're trying to lead him a little bit, but they're wide open. You can underthrow it a little bit. Let him come back to it. He's got time. There was nobody near him. Be a little bit safer with that. Throw it on the inside instead of trying to get to the boundary, and you've got a touchdown for sure.
Well, Masters is definitely showing he's got the arm to air it out. I mean, that's at least the second pass I've seen him 45-plus yards in the air. 3:20 left to go. In the half. Inside handoff. Not much doing on that one. Number 5 on the play. That was Carter Jessic stepping in, and it's going to be a long 4th down. Call it 4th and 15.
You know, and maybe not a lot of people would agree with me here, but if it were me at this point, I would continue to run that one-on-one at the top of the screen there and just let them play it out, because they're not getting any safety help at the top. And he's getting beat every single time. Allow Masters to make a couple throws and get comfortable.
Masters back to punt. Almost had that one blocked. Takes a Windsor bounce, and it will stop at the 35, called the 34-yard line, with 2:28 left to go until the Rutherford halftime show. And once again, want to thank Breeze Dental Care for the pregame show. BreezeDentalCare.com, 636-937-3030. Thanks to Nicole Girardi over at Farm Bureau Insurance in Hillsborough, 636-797-5800. Once again, 636-797-5800. Thanks to Nicole Girardi at Farm Bureau Insurance out in Hillsborough. Patterson, inside handoff once again to Logan Wilson, and he is just bound and determined to break through. Still going, penalty flags all over the place.
His way to the 14-yard line of the Cavaliers.
Could speculate a face mask,
marker on the field,
as there was at least 4 DuBourg Cavaliers trying to bring Logan Wilson down, and he must be a heck of a load getting the motor going, because the DuBourg Cavaliers are having a heck of a time trying to stop him.
And your speculation was correct. We do have a face mask here on
penalty
the
marker
defense.
for a face mask against the Cavaliers, so that run is good. And it is good enough for an Owls. First down.
Thank you to the press box over there. 2:20 left to go. First and goal at the 7-yard line is where Windsor will set up shop. Patterson once again under center. Patrick in the backfield, comes around, going to keep it, and it looks like we might have had a fumble. Fumble on the play, recovered by the DuBourg Cavaliers.
Recovered on the 8-yard line by number 21 of the Cavaliers.
That was number 21 recovering it. That was Karan Wise. And really one of the first big miscues by the Windsor Owls tonight gives Bishop DuBourg the ball back with 2:10 left to go until halftime.
Yeah, you stole the words out of my mouth. I mean, you could say maybe the holding call was their other miscue, but that one right there, the first turnover. And again, I'll go back to my last comment. If I'm DuBourg, I'm taking that one-on-one at the top and air that ball out. Let Masters get comfortable. If you're going to throw the ball, throw the ball.
That is Cam Hall down here in front of us. There's an end around. That's Keenan Thomas. He's going to zip all the way through, and nobody's going to catch Cam Hall on a 93-yard end around run.
Touchdown, Cavaliers.
And that will break the shutout as
Thomas.
Touchdown silenced the crowd from 93 yards away. Comes Keenan Thomas to make the score 36-6 with the point after coming.
Yep, and not the pass there like I was calling for. However, really well-designed play allowed them to get out in space, and you can see what the speed and the elusivity shows up like on the field against this Windsor defense.
And again, coming into tonight, Keenan had 10 carries for 112 yards. So, I mean, he was averaging over 10 yards a pop. And that is number 11, Cam Hall. That'll make the score 36-7, and we will step aside with 1 minute, 52 seconds left to go until the Rutherford halftime show. This is Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
Glass Blocks of St. Louis is a local family-owned company and employs trained professionals who will provide prompt, courteous, and professional service. We use no subcontractors for our glass block installations. We have a qualified office staff that will assist you from the beginning of your glass block project and train installers that will complete your project in a timely manner. Serving St. Louis since 1912, call our office for a quote, 314-371-5500, or visit our offices at 1253 East Road in St. Louis. Glass Blocks of St. Louis.
Back here at Windsor High School. Once again, we'll give a shout out to our buddy Ron Rigdon at Cheap Seats Photography, cheapseatsphoto.com, photography, banners, designs. It's where we get our banners from, Cheap Seats Photo. Ron Rigdon, 314-402-9014. Tell him we sent you from Livestream STL. Matt Bates, Austin Beard, and Eli Yunt from Livestream STL South tonight at Windsor High School. Here's Jack Masters with a dribbler, handled at the 30-yard line, brought down at the 42-yard line, and that is where
Number 34, Logan
Windsor
Wilson
will
return.
take over as Logan Wilson returns another one.
Windsor, Owls take over, 1st and 10.
With 1:48 left to go until halftime. 36-7 now. That 93-yard end-around run just seems to quieten the crowd just a touch.
Yeah, and I think don't do anything crazy here on defense as far as giving up the big play. And you put yourself going into halftime while down by a sizable margin with a little bit of momentum and a little bit of confidence in that offense. Even though it's one play, gives you a little insight as to what they can do if they're right on offense.
Patterson takes the snap, handoff up the middle. And I don't want to say it's real predictable right now, but you would have, if we were in the huddle, you thinking that Windsor's looking to just maybe run the clock out on this?
Oh, 100%.
And then if you're DuBourg, are you wanting to wrap up, tackle, try to strip that ball out, possibly get a short field to work with on a turnover?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the turnover, great. But I think the big thing is you got to stop them up the middle, because even though they're trying to run the clock out, they haven't been able to stop them. They haven't made that 3 and out.
113 and counting. Another inside handoff. Stood up, gets out of it, but now is wrapped up, and looked like the ball might have come out again, but rolled out of bounds.
There's a fumble on the play, and appears to be fallen on by the Owls.
Honestly,
so they maintain
the last two plays, probably the best two stances DuBourg's defense has had against the run so far. So obviously a little bit of momentum coming from that offensive side, maybe a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel here. Seeing some opportunities to get back into this one.
39 seconds and counting as Windsor is at their own 45-yard line, 36-7. And yes, that ball did come out from A.J. Patrick on that far sideline, but it was recovered by the Owls. And a little end around once again to A.J. Patrick, and for some reason, it looked like he was trying to get out of bounds, maybe, and he did. So it's going to bring up a 4th down that if he would have just stayed in bounds, could have just ran the clock out and been done with the half. But Windsor is looking to get one more snap before the end of the half.
And this is a little risky, because if Windsor doesn't come up with this 1st down, you just saw what DuBourg can do in one play, even with only 15 seconds on the clock. I would assume they're going to use a timeout here.
But it is a 4th and 4. Ball's on the 48. And a timeout taken by the Windsor Owls.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Windsor.
And we're going to step aside real quick, and we're going to hear from Mamas on the Hill.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. and we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
15 seconds left to go until halftime, and the Windsor Owls, what has Coach Jeff Funston called? It goes with the hard count. And on 4th and 4, they pick up 5 as virtually the whole front line of Bishop DuBourg jumped off sides. So that'll put the ball on the other side of midfield, and that'll be a first down with 15 seconds left to go.
Brings up enough yardage for now.
And, we know the history of the team.
First down.
And it's showing up here a little bit tonight. Just not a lot of discipline. We've seen quite a few penalties that are just mental mistakes. So something DuBourg's going to have to clean up if they're going to come out and be competitive in the second half.
So it makes you wonder if getting out of bounds was almost by design, stopping that clock on the far side of the field, that maybe they want to take one more shot at the end zone. And here's a drop back by Patterson's going to throw it out, and it hit right off the chest of number 4, Travis Moorhead. That ball will fall incomplete, and with 10 seconds now left to go until halftime, that will stop the clock, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and some people might be wondering why not just run up the clock. I think the Windsor coaching staff sees it just like we do. They've got some potential over there on that DuBourg offensive front to come right back into this one coming out of the second half, and I am sure they are going to have a good talking to in halftime to come out ready to go.
Well, I know some of the Jefferson County fans, they saw Bishop DuBourg travel down to Pius, and Pius put a 74-0 basting on them, but last week they beat Afton 64-24. And here's an end around with 1 second left to go. That was number 2, Lawrence Heffley, once again, and gets all the way down to the 21-yard line, so a gain of 26 on the end around. And I got to tell you, that was a fast 26 yards in 4 seconds, because I really thought the clock would have run out on that, but they get 1 second left from the 21-yard line.
And I'm curious if he just kind of lost his balance a little bit there and went out to the boundary, or if he truly did know that he only had a couple seconds left there and had to get out of bounds. Either way, it worked out really well in Windsor's favor.
And it looks like they're going to call a timeout with 1 more second left to go. We're going to talk about sponsorship, because if you want to see more Livestream STL and Livestream STL South products, like the products that you're seeing being aired tonight over at Pasta House, over at Texas Roadhouse, and over at Case & Bucks, give Ray Hallbrook a call, 314-852-4398. Businesses, we're looking for sponsors and sponsorship to complete our sports for this fall. You can sponsor with us by calling us once again at 314-852-4398. Sponsor with us at Livestream STL and Ray Hallbrook, and I put it out there last week. That's his home phone number. 2 in the morning. Give him a call. Tell him, like, hey, you know what? I've thought long and hard about it, and I know it's late after the game, but we need to talk advertising. 314-852-4398. Ray Hallbrook, once again, back to pass. Patterson in the end zone, and falls incomplete out of the hands of Noah Kimball. Had the ball, but the guy with the Windsor rally flag is going to have to stop short because it fell incomplete. But that will complete the first half, though, as we head to the Rutherford halftime show. With the score, the Windsor Owls up 36-7 over the Bishop DuBourg Cavaliers. This is Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
Where family pride is driven home. Rutherford, Ruther.com.
Thanks for watching today's broadcast. Any unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Livestream STL is strictly prohibited.
Ruther Ford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Ruther Ford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Family pride is driven home. Rutherford.com.
Tire Bargains, your one-stop destination for all your vehicle's needs. Established in 1985, we offer the best deals on all major tire brands, custom wheels, and lift kits. But we do so much more than just make your vehicle look good. We also help make sure it rides and drives good by offering a full range of repair and inspection services, including alignments. Whether it's custom accessories or repair work, Tire Bargains has you covered. Tire Bargains is located at 2100 Truman Boulevard in Crystal City. Give us a call today at 636-937-0021.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
Hi, this is Steve Curley at Master Tech Auto Glass. Response has been great to our new business, but remember, we're not new in the business of auto glass. We have over 20 years of experience in rock chip repair, full windshield replacement, and we also offer camera recalibration services to keep your safety features functioning properly. We're a family-owned business, and I sincerely ask that you give my wife, Amanda, and I the opportunity to earn your business. So stop in or give us a call at 636-208-0018 or check us out at mastertechautoglass.com. We're Master Tech Auto Glass, located at 104 Twin City Mall in Crystal City, Missouri. Your vehicle will be in good hands at Master Tech Auto Glass.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays, we have Southern Nights on Wednesdays, we've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
You can now download the TKDS Sports Network app for mobile, Roku, and Fire TV. Help support Livestream STL by subscribing on our website at livestreamstl.tkdssports.com. Your support helps us to continue our great coverage of Jefferson County and St. Louis County sports. We greatly appreciate your support, and thanks again for watching Livestream STL.
The House Bar and Grill at your Festus Pasta House is your place to watch all local high school sports live. That's right, I said live. Come in and enjoy all local high school sports brought to you live on our 5 big screen TVs from Livestream STL. Also enjoy our happy hour menu, which includes half-price pizzas, discounted appetizers, and drink specials. We are the best place to gather for your local high school sports, brought to you by Livestream STL at your Festus Pasta House on Highway A, where it's always a great time.
Ruther Ford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Ruther Ford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Family pride is driven home. Rutherford. Ruther.com.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Stacy Miller of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services has you covered. She'll help you with every step of the process, from preparing your existing house for sale to using the latest tools and technology available in your search for a new home. Let Stacy put the resources of Berkshire Hathaway to work for you. In today's market, the choice of a realtor is more important than ever. Give Stacy Miller a call at 314-606-1007 or visit her website at stacyzmiller.com.
At Girardi Agency Missouri Farm Bureau, we're dedicated to safeguarding your present and securing your future. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or business insurance, we offer comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Our office has been located in Hillsborough for over 30 years. Please contact our office today for a quote. 636-797-5800.
The Breeze Dental Care Team consists of dedicated individuals who are caring, kind, and friendly. Our staff is here to ensure a pleasant experience during your visit to our office. Our team includes experienced and energetic people whose goal it is to communicate well with our patients and provide the best care possible. Providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic care. Schedule a visit by calling 636-937-3030 or find us on the web at breezedentalcare.com.
Hey, Ray Halbrook here with Livestream STL Media. You know, we wear a lot of hats in this business, and to tell you the truth, we have a lot of hats from the area here in the Jefferson County and St. Louis County area here, and we really just like to tell you about all the different hats that we take care of here with a lot of different schools, a lot of different organizations, things like that. So as I'm doing this hat, you might be thinking, you know, hey, I'm a business, and I'm looking for a way to advertise my business. Well, here's a perfect way right here. Advertise with us here at Livestream STL. Real easy. Sponsor with us, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not be disappointed as we continue our hats here, because we wear a lot of hats. We'd love to wear your hat as a business as well. So partner with us as we continue our amazing coverage in the Jefferson County and St. Louis County area. We'd love to have you on here as a business. So consider giving us a call. Again, I'll throw this up here real quick, 314-852-4398. And again, like I said, your business helps us continue the great coverage in Jefferson County. I've got a handful more here, but man, we'd really love to have you as a part of our businesses as well. Again, if you're a business, big business, small business, doesn't matter, give us a call, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not be disappointed, as I got 2 more hats left here. And man, we appreciate having all of the amazing businesses in Jefferson County and St. Louis County. So again, give us a call, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not regret it. Have a great day.
Ruther Ford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Ruther Ford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Family pride is driven home. Ruther Ford, Ruther.com.
Back here at Windsor High School, Matt Bates, Austin Bearden, 36-7. And before we recap everything, just some quick scores from around the area. Jefferson R7 on top of St. 21-6. Hillsborough on top of North County, 35-0. St. Vincent on top of Herculaneum, 20-0. And Festus on top of the DeSoto Dragons, 34-0. But back here at Windsor High School, Bishop DuBourg coming in off a 64-24 victory over Afton. And you had the Owls coming in on a 2-game losing streak. But really right now, I would have to say it's the Owls taking advantage of every opportunity being given to them by Bishop DuBourg with this 36-7 score.
Yeah, I would agree. I just think, coming into this one, I really didn't know what to expect. Were we going to see DuBourg go long for a lot of passes? Was Windsor going to be holed up on defense? Didn't really know, but it's just been turnovers. It hasn't been clean play with DuBourg. A lot of penalties, a lot of mental mistakes that have put them behind the 8 ball to start drives, and they haven't been able to cash in because of it, and you see the score where we're at right now.
And none of the offside penalties or false starts have come back to hurt Bishop DuBourg. You don't really like to see those, but it's the other key mistakes, the holdings, the other 15-yard penalties, the missing on the long passes, the turnovers deep in your own zone. those are the kind of things that will wind up to come back to hurt you. But even some of those little things, you still haven't seen Windsor do any of that tonight either.
Yeah, I think from DuBourg's side, right, you saw Masters with 700-plus passing yards. You see the opportunity. We see the one-on-ones. We see the deep ball thrown. We're just overthrown a little bit, probably trying to do a little bit too much coming from behind. As they fell early, 14-0, I'm sure he felt a little pressure. And then the running game just really hasn't gotten going. I think that shows on both sides of the ball. Up front, Windsor's doing a great job offensively, doing some good run blocking. And then on the defensive front, they're getting into the backfield and creating havoc.
And if you've got some scoring for us from that first half, go over that real quick before we take our next break.
Yeah, this, by the way, if you can't see it out there, this Windsor production for the halftime show, it's quite the show. But going through the scoring, Patterson punches it in early with a quick touchdown to lead things off. And then a PAT attempt that is botched but turns into a 2-point conversion. Windsor goes up 8-0. Logan Wilson with the scoop and score, turning a turnover into points. And then the onside kick, Windsor's up 14-0. They put up the onside kick. They recover, long rushing touchdown drive. Logan Wilson punches that one in. And then Lawrence Heffley comes on the end around, putting Windsor up 29-0. And right there, I think we thought it was going to be all Windsor to the half. But then Windsor puts in one more with Patterson to A.J. Patrick on a passing touchdown, 36-0. And then DuBourg steps in and says, hey, wait, we're still here, as Cam Hall has an end around and goes the length of the field for 93 yards. And I think that one right there shows you what they can do coming out in the second half with the elusivity on the football field.
Totally agree. And as we head into a next break, we're going to come right back. But first, we're going to hear from Pasta House in Festus. This is Livestream STL Friday Night Blitz.
The House Bar and Grill at your Festus Pasta House is your place to watch all local high school sports live. That's right, I said live. Come in and enjoy all local high school sports brought to you live on our 5 big screen TVs from Livestream STL. Also enjoy our happy hour menu, which includes half-price pizzas, discounted appetizers, and drink specials. We are the best place to gather for your local high school sports, brought to you by Livestream STL at your Festus Pasta House on Highway A, where it's
Where family pride is driven home. Rutherford, Ruther.com.
Thanks for watching today's broadcast. Any unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Livestream STL is strictly prohibited.
Rutherford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Rutherford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Where family pride is driven home. Rutherford, Ruther.com.
Tire Bargains, your one-stop destination for all your vehicle's needs. Established in 1985, we offer the best deals on all major tire brands, custom wheels, and lift kits. But we do so much more than just make your vehicle look good. We also help make sure it rides and drives good by offering a full range of repair and inspection services, including alignments. Whether it's custom accessories or repair work, Tire Bargains has you covered. Tire Bargains is located at 2100 Truman Boulevard in Crystal City. Give us a call today at 636-937-0021.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
Hi, this is Steve Curley at Master Tech Auto Glass. Response has been great to our new business, but remember, we're not new in the business of auto glass. We have over 20 years of experience in rock chip repair, full windshield replacement, and we also offer camera recalibration services to keep your safety features functioning properly. We're a family-owned business, and I sincerely ask that you give my wife, Amanda, and I the opportunity to earn your business. So stop in or give us a call at 636-208-0018 or check us out at mastertechautoglass.com. We're Master Tech Auto Glass, located at 104 Twin City Mall in Crystal City, Missouri. Your vehicle will be in good hands at Master Tech Auto Glass.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays, we have Southern Nights on Wednesdays, we've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
You can now download the TKDS Sports Network app for mobile, Roku, and Fire TV. Help support live stream STL by subscribing on our website at livestreamstl.tkdssports.com. Your support helps us to continue our great coverage of Jefferson County and St. Louis County sports. We greatly appreciate your support, and thanks again for watching Livestream STL.
The House Bar and Grill at your Festus Pasta House is your place to watch all local high school sports live. That's right, I said live. Come in and enjoy all local high school sports brought to you live on our 5 big screen TVs from Livestream STL. Also enjoy our happy hour menu, which includes half-price pizzas, discounted appetizers, and drink specials. We are the best place to gather for your local high school sports, brought to you by Livestream STL at your Festus Pasta House on Highway A, where it's always a great time.
Ruther Ford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Ruther Ford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Family pride is driven home. Rutherford.com.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Stacy Miller of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services has you covered. She'll help you with every step of the process, from preparing your existing house for sale to using the latest tools and technology available in your search for a new home. Let Stacy put the resources of Berkshire Hathaway to work for you. In today's market, the choice of a realtor is more important than ever. Give Stacy Miller a call at 314-606-1007 or visit her website at stacyzmiller.com.
At Girardi Agent.
Back here at Windsor High School in Imperial, Missouri, home to the Windsor Owls, currently on top of the DuBourg Cavaliers 36-7. Matt Bates and Austin Bearden back here in the booth. But before we kick off, I'm going to give a shout out to all of the seniors for both respective teams tonight. For Bishop DuBourg, number 1, Jimmy Staub. Number 2, Mohamed Diallo. Number 3, Keenan Thomas. Number 9, Zach Franklin. Number 11, Cam Hall. Number 12, Anthony Borchesi. Number 13, Eli Jones. Number 15, Jack Masters. Number 25, Thomas Glorio. Number 42, A. Sean Pickens. Number 50, Malachi Jones. Number 64, Ryan Neal. Number 75, Davion Sides. Number 76 is brother David Sides. Number 79, Edgar Montez Pacheco. For the Windsor Owls, senior number 2, Lawrence Heffley. Number 7, Cameron Rowland. Number 8, A.J. Patrick. Number 11, Duncan Gross. Number 12, Noah Kimball. Number 22, Charlie Gabriel. Number 50, Eli Karazian. Number 51, Stephen Wolf. Number 52, Riley Weisner. number 54, Keegan Ashes, number 58, Chris Garrett, number 72, Joel Sariotti, number 89, Nick Bear. Those are the seniors for both respective teams. Just got to give a shout out to all of them, as you just never know when your last game will be, and if it is tonight, thank you for all you've done for your services at these two programs. And before the night gets too far away, thanks to all of our military personnel as well. I know we've had a lot of military appreciation nights at the respective programs that we've covered, but I think any night is a good night to honor and pay tribute to those that serve our country for what they do to put the free in freedom. As we get ready to start the second half and the third quarter, we are going to step aside once again for a quick break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes right here with the Friday Night Blitz on live stream STL.
Rutherford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Rutherford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Family pride is driven home. Rutherford, Ruther.com.
Matt Bates, Austin Bearden, and Mr. Eli Yunt running the board here tonight, twisting the knob, spinning the dials, making us look good. And with a minute before kickoff, once again, Mr. Austin, if you go over the scoring recap once again and how we got to the 36-7 score that we do.
Yeah, a little bit quicker one this time, but Windsor punches one in for a quick touchdown, 2-point conversion early. Comes back again with a scoop and score, making it 14-0. Kicks an onside kick, takes it down on a long rushing touchdown drive, makes it 21-0 after Logan Wilson punches that one in. Lawrence Heffley on the end around makes it 29-0 Windsor, and then Patterson heads out to Patrick on a passing play for a 36-0 early Windsor lead. But DuBourg says, oh no, 1-1 score before we go to half, as they score 7 on an end around for 93 yards, making it 36-7, and that is where we start the second half of this one.
Thank you, Mr. Austin, and also thank you to Pasta House in Festus, Texas Roadhouse, and Case and Bucks in Barnhart. That's Case and Bucks Barnhart.com, 636-464-0110. Texas Roadhouse, 636-330-0512, and Pasta House, 636-725-0300. Windsor is set to kick off to start the second half. Potentially, there is the kick, handled by Cam Hall. Shakes, bakes, breaks to the outside. He's to the 30, breaks another one. And that would be Landon Robbins and company, wrapping up and bringing down at the 33-yard line, which is where the Bishopsburg Cavaliers will take over.
Yep, and look for the second half. I think it's going to be a little bit more competitive. I think DuBourg's going to come out with a little bit of fight, a little bit of energy, starting with the ball as they deferred in the first half. They will receive here and starting on their own 37-yard line here. Looking to get some momentum, head downfield, put one in early, and see if they can climb back into this one.
And this would be the proverbial, we'll just see what Coach Masters chit-chatted about at halftime to see what they come out with. And here's Masters, steps up in the pocket, hit once again as he went to throw. And they're still going to say that Masters was not in the act of throwing once again, even though that one looked like a clear throw that came out of his hand. But it is recovered by the Windsor Owls right there at the Bishop DuBourg 34-yard line. So once again, another fumble on a throwing play. That's going to result in a short field for the Owls to work with.
Yeah, and I thought the one in the first half was for sure a fumble. I didn't think he had forward progress, but on that one, I don't know. It looked to me like that was an incomplete pass, but Windsor is going to take advantage of a apparent fumble, and we'll see what they can do with a short field to work with here.
Luke Patterson under center once again. Snap back, hands up to Logan Wilson, right up the gut. And he's going to get down to the 25-yard line. Call that a gain of 9. Makes a 2nd and 1 as we are just underway here in the third quarter as Bishop DuBourg fumbles on their first possession right here. Windsor Owls on the move, looking to tack on to their 36-7 lead at the moment.
Shout out to Windsor's offensive line. They are just mowing down the field on these running plays, getting some good penetration and taking their blocks downfield.
Lady's apparently got her camera light on right down here in front of us. It's a little blinding. Patterson takes the snap, breaks it to the outside, wrapped up and brought down by Mohamed Diallo and Travis Moorhead on the far side of the field over there. And once again, if you're following us on Mixler, Windsor now going left to right, and Bishop DuBourg going right to left. So the ball rests now on the 20-yard line, and that will be 2nd down, and we'll call it 5, as it looks like they've got the yardage split right in half. .10:38 and counting. Snap back on the end around. Gets number 3 out there. That is Willie Coleman III. And he is all the way down to the 13-yard line. So that's another gain of 7 brought down by Davion Sides. Good for a first down. Sticks move once again. Kids are jumping around, shaking our cameras.
Yeah, they are.
Long range jumping. Here's Patrick in motion, but they're going to give it up to the up back. That's Landon Robbins. Robbins is wrapped up and goes nowhere on that one.
44 Robbins on the carry.
Great job of team tackling.
10-yard line. Picks up 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Windsor.
Number 53 once again for the Owls checking in. Michael Leitner. Out comes Robbins. Out comes number 60. That is Jack Heath. Break the huddle. Sounds like a WWE wrestling match.
They are doing some ground and pound down there for sure.
Patrick takes a snap, pulls it back out. It's going to pitch out to A.J. Patrick. There's a flag on the play. Looks like a little hold on the outside. As it looks like that is going to be called back with a flag on the Windsor Owls. Happened up in the far side of the field. A little dark up there. Checking in now will be number 21, Colin Carter, and number 7, Cameron Rowland. First action of the night, at least I can recall, for number 7, Cameron Rowland. So the penalty is going to move the ball all the way back to the 20-yard line. That will be a 2nd and 17 for the Windsor Owls. In motion goes Patrick. Inside handoff. Now they're ganging up and they're tackling, and off comes the helmet of number 5, Carter Jessic. As that was number 21, Karan Wise, in on that tackle.
Actually, kind of surprised we didn't get some unsportsmanlike after the whistle there, but nonetheless, Bishop DuBourg showing up on defense here, looking to make a stand and see if they can climb back into this one.
So somehow they're only calling out a loss of 1 on the play when it looked like there was a lot more yardage lost on that than 1 yard, but I am not paid to be the official. I'm just your dopey little announcer here. So here's A.J. Patrick. He's going to take that handoff. He's going to be wrapped up behind the sticks once again. Got a couple yards out of it to bring up a 3rd down.
I don't want you to sell yourself short. Primetime Matt Bates shows up well here on live stream STL.
I appreciate the kind words, sir. Thank you.
You know, you made a great point earlier about sponsoring with us, and I was going to throw it out there that if you call Ray between midnight and 5 a.m., there is a 50% discount, I believe. Something along those lines Ray has worked out on that call.
I believe that is one of the 1-year packages.
There you go. That's what it was.
For the 1-year sponsorship, a full 12 months. And telling Matt in Austin said to give him a call at 3 in the morning. Here's a Karan Wise quarterback sack all the way back to the 28-yard line. It might be spotted at the 20 once again. But at least an 8-yard loss by our calculations, going to bring up a long 4th down play.
No, that's going to be a turnover on downs.
That was the 4th down play.
They're catching up a little bit on the chain gang.
I see that, and also on the scoreboard too. Still have it at 4th and 13, so keen eyes of the beholder, Mr. Austin, quick on the draw.
Yep, and for Bishop DuBourg, they better hope they're quick on the draw here, as they've only got 7:20 left here in the 3rd, 12 minutes in the 4th, but quite a bit of way to go in this one. However, they do have that offense and a one-on-one matchup there at the top of our screen.
Pickens is going to be brought out of the backfield. He's in that makeshift spot. There's a snap back. Once again, the Wildcat goes to Keenan Thomas. He's going to come around on the outside, and he's immediately wrapped up and tackled on the far side of the field. As they brought Pickens out of the backfield to create trips down low on the short side of the field, ran Thomas around on the end around to the long side of the field, but Logan Wilson and company up there on the far side of the field held their ground and creates a loss of 2 actually on the play, as it's now 2nd and 12 for Bishop DuBourg from their own 23-yard line, 6:45 and running.
And I think we're going to see a shot taken in the passing game here.
Here is that snapback to Masters, and there's a jailbreak, and he's brought down by number 52, Riley Wisner.
Masters sacked at the 10-yard line by number 52, Riley Wiesner of the Owls.
Actually, it's Wiesner. I figured I'd be corrected on that.
And 58.
Wiesner.
Chris Garrett.
I before E.
Got a flag on the play. We'll see if this is holding and gets declined, or if it's on the defensive front. Bishop DuBourg might have lucked out.
It looks like there's a...
They're pointing towards the defense.
Timeout. And while we got a minute real quick, let's talk again and give a shout out to our good buddy Ron Rigdon over at Cheap Seats Photo. CheapSeatsPhoto.com. Photography, banners, designs. Where do we get our banners? I know Austin was asking me a while ago. I said we get them at Cheap Seats Photo, of course. Ron Rigdon, 314-402-9014. CheapSeatsPhoto.com. Tell him we sent you from the nice folks over at Livestream STL.
So it was a hold there on the offense. That penalty is declined, so they'll take the loss on downs with the big sack there, and it's going to be 3rd and a very, very long, I would say 25 here, maybe?
That's a really good guess. There's a snap back to Masters, screen pass over the middle. Keenan Thomas Gets it, goes to the outside, gets to that second layer, but more importantly, gets a first down for Bishop DuBourg. Thomas was slung down, and he's in some distress over on the far side of the field, which just happens to be the Bishop DuBourg sideline, but does not appear he's going to check back in, as number 11, Cam Hall, is out there along with number 2 now, Mohamed Diallo. Big sophomore lineman, number 73, Kendrick Sanders, is checked into the ball game.
And we did get a horse collar on the end of that play. So DuBourg here looking pretty good as they've got a, 22, 24-yard passing screen there, and then pick up an extra few yards on the horse collar penalty.
So that horse collar puts it on the Windsor side of midfield as it's now on the 49-yard line. Tough way for Keenan Thomas to get a bonus 13 on his reception. Cam Hall in front of us. 2 wide receivers up top. Pickens back in the backfield. There is a pass over to Hall. He gets 4 on the play, brings up a second down and 6 with the clock still moving.
Yeah, and I think Windsor, you can see here, is making a little bit of an adjustment. Obviously, they got beat on the screen, but on the short pass, they're ready to come up and make that play with their corners and their safeties. But they are still in trouble if they take the deep shot. They're not getting a very good look in the secondary. It's one-on-one against the corner, and they're getting beat most times up there at the top of our screen with number 11.
Hall and Diallo. Number 11 is Cam Hall up top. They send to number 18. That's Ari Hernandez in motion. Pickens back the block. Out in the flat goes off the hands of Mohamed Diallo. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 6 now. I think Coach Masters is going to look back on this film and have Pickens, instead of pulling around with him, he's going to stop, turn around to pick up blockers coming from the backside. There's a lot of pressure on Masters from that backside pressure.
Yeah, and it's funny you say go back and look at film, because that's what I was just about to say. When he does go back and look at film, I think he's also going to see his son could probably just stay in the pocket and throw some of these passes. I think we're trying to roll out a little bit too much, whereas, that pass is probably pretty easy to make if he sits in the pocket, as both receivers on the top of our screen there, Hall and Diallo, would have had that play.
And as soon as Bishop DuBourg tries to get up there to get the play off, they are called for another delay of game penalty. So after getting the bonus 15, they now knock 5 back off of that. So what was going to be a 3rd and 6 should now be like a 3rd and 11 right on the midfield stripe. So 50 yards to pay dirt for Bishop DuBourg. Pickens goes out. Here's a Masters hits once again as he goes to throw. This time they are definitely calling that one dead, but Masters just, it seems like once he goes back to air it out, on those times they go to air it out, he's getting creamed.
I would agree, and just to point it out there, Coach Masters was out on the field letting that official know that was an incomplete pass, because I think you and I might agree that last one probably was not a fumble, probably was an incomplete pass, and that one was obviously an incomplete pass, but there was a little bit of hesitation there before that was called an incomplete pass. So Coach Masters out there letting them know.
And speaking of Masters, his son Jack is back to punt. Almost blocked. I think if he would have gone down and taken the penalty. Here is number 8 up top, A.J. Patrick, almost broke loose of the tackle of Jimmy Staub, but brought down at the 30-yard line, and that is where they will take over for the Windsor Owls with 5:16 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Once again, thank you to Rutherford, our halftime sponsor. Go see Doug Jr. over at 1325 McNutt Road, also locally known as the Herky Outer Road, 636-931-9393. New used cars, RutherAuto.com.
And there was a hold at the end of that play, so Windsor will lose 10 yards from the spot of the ball. So they'll start out inside of maybe right at their 20. Yep, right at their 20. Going to have to go 80 yards to get into their end zone.
And it looks like there's a timeout on the field. So we're going to take a timeout with 5:16 left to go. 5 + 1 is 6 in the remaining in the third quarter. This is Friday Night Blitz on live stream STL.
Rutherford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Rutherford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Where family pride is driven home. Rutherford, Ruther.com.
Back here at Windsor High School, Matt Bates, Austin Bearden, and Eli Yunt running the board, making us look good and sound good as best as he can make us.
He's making the players look good for sure. I don't know about us. I don't know if there's much help in that.
Making sure he gives me that radio face.
There we go. Yeah, we appreciate him keeping it out on the field.
So it is 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line for Windsor. There's run right up the gut. Brought down, A.J. Patrick brought down by Davian Sides and David Sides, twin brothers. Looking at 75 and 76 out there. They both were born out of the chute at the same time, and I'm telling you right now, those are two big boys.
Yeah, yeah. And growing up together, got to be fun to get out on the football field and play together at the high school level. Not everybody gets to do that.
Gain of 5 on the last play. 2nd and 5. Here's a pitch out. Wrapped up, brought down, fumble on the play as number 8, Kyle Colombini, wraps up, makes the tackle, and the fall loosens the ball. Thomas Glorio picks up the loose ball, and it is now a Windsor turnover. Bishop DuBourg will now take over at the Windsor 31-yard line. So, name of the game, converting points off of turnovers. Trips up top. That is now number 2, Mohamed Diallo, single receiver towards us.
And if you're Bishop DuBourg, all you're trying to do is get something good going here in the second half. Start it off right. You've went back and forth now. You get the turnover. See if you can cash one in here.
Snap back to Masters. They read that all the way. This is a pick 6. 69 yards. They've ran that play over and over, and Colin Carter, 69-yard pick 6.
Not what you wanted to do there. You were looking to get some momentum your way. And
I think the football gods heard us talking about points off of turnovers, and there's an injured Owl down on the field, and they're pulling and working on a leg down there as players in a little bit of distress, as they will have to wait with doing the point after as they tend to the injured Windsor Owl. We're going to step aside, and we're going to hear from Jeff Fitter over at Case and Bucks. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings. We got amazing burgers. We got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays. We have Southern Nights on Wednesdays. We've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
Matt Bates back here as they're still attending to the Windsor Owl. They got him up off. That was one of their big linemen, Evan Wessels, the junior, He's making his way off the field and actually doing a little jog, so the big man was tended to. Might have just been a little cramp, but you never know. But 4:18 left to go in the third quarter. And now,
point after number 9, Ryan Eskridge.
Ryan Eskridge will attempt the point after off the pick six. Waiting the snap. Down, they're going to go for two now on a rollout. There's A.J. Patrick, shakes out of a tackle, and into the end zone he goes for another 2-point conversion. That makes the score 44-7 with 4:18 left to go in the third quarter. This is Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
The House Bar and Grill at your Festus Pasta House is your place to watch all local high school sports live. That's right, I said live. Come in and enjoy all local high school sports brought to you live on our 5 big screen TVs from Livestream STL. Also enjoy our happy hour menu, which includes half-price pizzas, discounted appetizers, and drink specials. We are the best place to gather for your local high school sports brought to you by Livestream STL at your Festus Pasta House on Highway A, where it's always a great time.
Back at Windsor High School, just like that. The football gods giveth and the football gods taketh away, and 6 points. The pick six off the turnover, and then Eskridge and company pick up another 2 on the 2-point conversion as they just ran the ball off that snap for the 1-point PAT. Back to kick, Eskridge once again. 44-7 is the score here in the third quarter. Short kickoff falls right in front, and that is a live ball, and that appears to be picked up once again by the Windsor Owls as the ball stopped short of number 6, Zaid Al-Sadi. Went to back up to play it. Well, the ball kicked up like the punter had punched a 9-iron. And whenever it kicked back, 3 Windsor Owls fell on the ball, which was a live ball at the time. So the pooch kick turns out to be once again productive for the Windsor Owls as they take over at the DuBourg 29-yard line. In comes number 58, big lineman Tommy Broderick.
Yeah, and if you're Bishop DuBourg, just nothing going right this point when it comes to fundamentals, whether it be the turnovers, the penalties, and a couple kicks now where they've had some issues, the onside kick and that pooch kick there. Good analogy there with the 9-iron.
The onside kicks, the point, well, even the points coming off of that, the turnovers, the points off of that. Logan Wilson with a handoff up the middle, but I guess Patterson must have kept that, made an excellent fake, got outside, faked everybody in the house out, and he takes it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Look at that. Gain of 17 with less than 3 minutes left to go in the third.
And now if you're Windsor, you can kind of play around and have a little fun, right? And you saw it there at the end of the first half. They started to toss the ball a little bit, see if they could expand the field. I don't know if they'll do it here because they're short in the red zone, but maybe that next drive they start running out that passing package and see if they can get comfortable and get some momentum going into next week with the potential of a big win here in week 3.
And being up by 35, we have the rolling clock going now, and there's a little flip back to number 2, Lawrence Heffley. He goes into the end zone on a 12-yard end-around run. It's kind of like a makeshift flea flicker, if you will. Now makes the score 50-7. And it looks like there's another Windsor Owl down. Nope, that's a Bishop DuBourg Cavalier back in the corner of the end zone. Can barely see it. So while we have just a quick minute, once again, the 3 restaurants in our area that are showing the Livestream STL and Livestream STL South games: Pasta House in Festus, Texas Roadhouse in Festus, Case and Bucks up in Barnhart, Thank you very much. And while you're at those locations, ask about the live stream STL specials that they may be having during the airing of our broadcasts. So it looks like at least that is number 11, Cam Hall, one of their leading receivers, the senior, one of their leading defensive backs, heading off the field, at least under his own power. But Pasta House in Festus, that would be pastahouse.com. You can place an order there. Texas Roadhouse, 636-330-0512. Hand-cut steaks, fall off the bone ribs. And Jeff Fitter up at Case and Bucks and Barnhart, 636-464-0110. Burgers, wings, cold drinks, and salads like you would not believe.
You almost did it as good as Jeff Fitter right there.
Not my first rodeo at this.
Jeff's got a good punchline on them salads.
Yes, he does. And then they're literally like the size of a hubcap. I mean, they're huge. So now just a little delay to get everybody set as we await once again another extra point. The holder now is number 11, Duncan Gross. Eskridge decides to kick that one true and through, as it is now 51-7 in favor of the Windsor Owls over the Bishop DuBourg Cavaliers. We're going to step aside. This is Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
The House Bar and Grill at your Festus Pasta House is your place to watch all local high school sports live. That's right, I said live. Come in and enjoy all local high school sports brought to you live on our 5 big screen TVs from Livestream STL. Also enjoy our happy hour menu, which includes half-price pizzas, discounted appetizers, and drink specials. We are the best place to gather for your local high school sports, brought to you by Livestream STL at your Festus Pasta House on Highway A, where it's always a great time.
51-7, the Windsor Owls up on top of the Bishop DuBourg Cavaliers. Once again, Bishop DuBourg coming in after a win last week over Afton, 64-24, snapped a 28-game losing streak. Here's Keenan Thomas, takes that kickoff, breaks to the outside, and is immediately stuck and wrapped up by number 34, once again, Logan Wilson over there. Stopped at the 31-yard line. That is where where DuBourg will take over, as Windsor now is doing a little mass substitution of players out there, and we'll try to mention as many of them as we can. As number 50, that is Eli Kazarian checking into the game, along with number 56, Tommy Broderick, the sophomore. So underclassmen getting some time in. Number 11, once again, Duncan Gross out here in front of us, and subbing in the senior, number 51, Stephen Wolf, back there at linebacker. Thomas in motion once again, comes back around. Pass up top to Mohamed Diallo, and he's able to get 8 on that and gets out of bounds. Even though you would think it would stop the clock is now rolling with the 35-plus point lead, as it is actually a 44-point lead right now with a minute left in the third quarter. Matt Bates, Austin Bearden back here with you at Imperial, Missouri, just past the 9 o'clock Central Standard Time hour. Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL. Pickens misses his block as Colin Carter read that, got around the big man, the A-train, Ashawn Pickens, was able to bring down Keenan Thomas for a substantial loss in the backfield, bringing up a huge third down play.
And I think the last 2 plays have kind of summed up DuBourg's night. 1 step forward and 2 steps back repetitively.
Well, we come together as opposites attract, you know. Paul Abdul will be proud of that segue. Masters back to pass once again. Pickens picks up that block. Thomas is hauled down right at the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 4th and 10.
Thomas picks up about 1 on the play. It'll be a
Number
4th down and
53,
10
Michael
for the Cavaliers.
Lather out there. Looks like they'll rotate that personnel out. Number 25, that was Brian Schenk. The sophomore was out there as well. Looks like there's a timeout taken. We will keep it right here. We'll talk about Master Tech Auto Glass. Steve and Amanda Curley. Over at 104 Twin City Mall in Crystal City, 636-208-0018. For all your glass repair needs, over 20 years experience. That is MasterTechAutoGlass.com. Thank you to Mama's on the Hill down there, 2132 Edwards on the Hill, mamasonthehill.com. That is home of the toasted ravioli, 314-776-3300. Mr. Austin, you ever been to Mama's on the Hill?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Fantastic place to eat. You mentioned the toasted ravioli, but I don't think there's a thing on the menu you can go wrong with.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. Everything fresh, made to order. And as we start the fourth quarter, it is now 4th and 11 with the ball on the 30-yard line of Bishop DuBourg.
Back deep for the Owls, number 8.
And looks like A.J. Patrick's going to be back as DuBourg is in a punt formation. Masters gets another punt off. Patrick's going to go ahead and take that one on the bounce, and he's off and running. David Sides misses him. He breaks out, comes back from almost whence it came to the 32-yard line. That is where Windsor will take over as the clock will continue to run now here in the fourth quarter at Windsor High School. But it does appear that a timeout has been taken, and we're going to step aside, take a quick 30-second timeout. This is Friday Night Blitz on live stream STL.
Ruther Ford is the place to shop for your next vehicle. We have a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and they're all priced to sell. Not in the market for a new car? We have a great service staff that can keep your car in top shape. Also, be sure to check out our parts department for your next car project. Once again, we're Ruther Ford off I-55, the Herculean Auto Mall.
Family pride is driven home. Ruther Ford, Ruther.com.
$11:35 left to go in this one. 51-7. The Windsor Owls once again taking advantage of every opportunity that's been given to them, and they're taking every advantage of the ones that they're making on their own. Pick sixes, returns on onside kicks. Sometimes one of the game maxims that General Nealon installed at Tennessee for the Tennessee Volunteers, one of them was where the game can be won is on the special teams, the makes and breaks. And you make of it as you wish, and that is what Windsor's doing right now is, I think by all accounts, that's what, at least 21 points off of either like a turnover, because you had the pick six, you had the onside kick return, and didn't they have another fumble return? A fumble return because it bounced right up into the hands of.
Yep, and then you had the score down here
Logan
with not the onside kick, but the pooch kick.
Yes.
That they recovered. So four total touchdowns. And I think for me, my question too is on 4th down, they've punted Bishop DuBourg. They've punted the ball every time, and with the way the offense is going and the score of the ball game, you have to question, should they be doing that? Should they just go ahead and go for it on 4th, give it a shot? At this point, I don't think points on the board matter all too much, but maybe give your offense one more rep and one more chance to get a little bit of gel going into next week.
5-yard penalty. It'll be
and another delay of game penalty, but this time on the Windsor Owls. as they're guilty of taking just a touch too long. Number 26 checking in. That is Noah Poinier. I'm sure it's probably Poinier. Checking out, number 5, Carter Jessic. 2nd and 15, ball on the 38-yard line of Bishop DuBourg. Windsor on the move. Here is Luke Patterson, hauled and spun down by Zach Franklin.
Number 11, Duncan Gross on the carry.
Little tackle for loss on that.
Either a false start or an illegal motion. We're going to see what they call over.
Haven't had one of those in a while. You're saying that's the due factor, right? They're due for one.
Yep. They played Windsor on their side has played a very clean ball game. So
Landon Robbins
is going to be a false start.
Checking out.
It's declined.
Penalty is against the Owls for a false start.
They're going to take the loss of down.
Penalty is declined.
Good idea.
Brings up a 3rd down and about 17.
And if you're Bishop DuBourg, you got a 3rd and long here. You can't give it to him. Give him a few yards, that's all right. But don't let him get back into this. Give yourself a shot.
3rd and 17. That'll be Patterson keeping it on the end around. And a step up, a wrap up, and a tackle by Karan Wise. And number 8, Kyle Colombini. As now another loss brings up another 4th and long, as you're expecting the punting team to come out once again, as that will be number 21, Colin Carter, coming in to punt. At least that's the way they're setting up, is with all the onside kicks and everything. You never know. Colin Carter might have an arm we don't know about, or might just bring it down and run.
That is an awful deep set.
Which, leads me, leads me to believe we might be in for more shenanigans. But right now, with a timeout on the field, we're going to step aside and we're going to hear from the Jefferson County Tourism Commission. This is the Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
.16 left to go in this one here at Windsor High School. Matt Bates and Austin Bearden in the group, along with our good friend Mr. Eli Yunt, producing tonight's ball game. Thank you for those efforts, sir. So they are at least lined up in a punt formation. So with the timeout called, not sure what they were chit-chatting about, but we shall find out. Ball is snapped back. Punt is off. That's going to bounce, continue to roll. And it is flipped back out of the end zone, and it is downed at the 6-yard line.
21 of the Owls, Colin Carter, down at the 8-yard line.
Down at the 8-yard line.
Cavaliers take over there.
Apologize for that.
10.
So 8 minutes exactly left to go on the clock. That is where Bishop DuBourg will take over, as a 92-yard stretch of grass is in front of them to the next end zone. But as we saw in that first half, Austin, an end around to, Keenan Thomas, he made short work of 93 yards, which is DuBourg's only score of the night thus far.
They've had a lot of offensive yards in their first few games. And I think in this one we saw that big one, but they have the potential to do a lot of things on this football field. And I think if you're a DuBourg fan, what you want to see here is see him score once, maybe twice. Don't think they're going to come all the way back into this one, but get some good things going into next week.
Masters fakes the end around to Pickens, calls his own number on that one, gets out to about the 17-yard line. Nice pickup on that. brings up a second and short.
Number 15, Masters on the carry. Picks up 10 yards on the play.
Actually, they're going to give him 10 on the carry, so exactly 10 moves the sticks once again. So fresh set of downs with the clock still moving, though, as outside of a timeout, that's the only way the clock can be stopped right now. Even incomplete passes or running out of bounds will not constitute a clock stoppage, as the point differential of 35 points or more constitutes a rolling clock. That is Masters, little pass out in the flat, gets it out to the 25.
Picks up about 5 yards on the play.
Give him 6 on that one, make it a second and 4.
Taken down by number 7, Cameron Rowland of the Owls.
Checking out of the ball game now, number 67, Peyton DeClue on the defense for the Windsor Owls, the sophomore. Out comes number 11, Cam Hall, to the near side towards us. Masters throws it out in the flat once again. Picked up by Thomas. He's going to spin, come all the way back around again. Shook out of everything. Here he goes. Off to the races. He's out to midfield. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another one to the 40. To the 30. To the 25-20. Down to the 12-yard line goes Keenan Thomas. Breaks out of the tackles on the far side, comes all the way back around the field, circumnavigates through the Windsor Owl logo at midfield, breaks a few more tackles, and gets all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Get that man an oxygen mask.
Good night, nurse. Mercy.
Yeah, he's sitting down after that one. And I'm sure a little bit of it was that hit at the end, but man, you got to be out of breath. That looks like, what, about a 60-yard run, but you take in on that side field run on top of it, coming all the way around.
Because it's 55 yards across the field, and he came side to side on that one as well. Here's a pass down in the flat to number 1. That is Jimmy Staub. He's wrapped up and brought down at the 10-yard line. Nope, that number 2, Diallo, is in there as well. He got blasted. Looks like Diallo took the worst of all of it. He didn't even catch the ball.
Yeah, I think he was trying to set up a block there, and didn't go too well for him.
So the ball's resting at the 9-yard line now.
And not seeing DuBourg play in person, but these plays right here, like the one we just saw, that long, elusive play, I have a feeling that's how they've gotten a lot of their yards so far this year. Whereas this game, they've really struggled to get the drives going and get consistent plays down the field. And they have relied on that one 93-yard breakaway that scored their lone points in this one thus far.
A little butt wiggle by the left guard for Bishop DuBourg, as obviously he was going to be pulling on the play, because normally the guy guilty of that is the guy that's going to be pulling, as that's where he was getting ready to head to. A big man that you can't miss. Number 55, Lamont Jeffries. Here's Pickens, the big A train. Boy, that is just a monster. Picks up 3 on the play.
42, Ashawn Pickens.
Number 50 once again.
About 2 yards on that play.
Eli Kazarian checking back into the ball game. The senior rotating in and out. .336 and counting, as it is a 3rd down. Say 3rd and 9. Masters in shotgun formation, had Pickens in the backfield with him. They're going to give it to the big man. He's going to rumble, breaks outside, cuts back to the middle of the field, where it looks like he was brought down.
Number 42, Pickens on the carry.
At the 10-yard.
Number 12 of the Owls, Noah Kimball.
Down to the 6-yard line.
It'll bring up a 4th down and
Just
4.
an update, a final just came through. St.
Ball is
Vincent
at the
over
7-yard line.
Herculaneum 40-0.
Wonder how many quarterbacks Herculaneum had to go through in that ball game. because I know they were on quarterback number 3 with Mattingly. Here's Masters. He rolls out, puts his head down, goes to the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. 7-yard TD run for Jack Masters with 2:40 left to go in the ball game. 51-13 with a point after pending for the Bishop DuBourg Cavaliers.
And that's got to feel good if you're Bishop DuBourg. You know, not enough time to climb back into this one, obviously, but get you a touchdown. And you know, we'll see what happens here in these last couple minutes if Windsor's able to run down the clock or not. But maybe you get another chance to touch the ball, get a little bit more momentum going into week 4.
Make the most of your opportunities.
Yeah.
What can you do with the 2:40 left in the ball game? Here's Hall. Monster kick. Drilled straight through and true.
By number 11, Cam
So with the
Hall
score
sails to the uprights and
51-14,
is good.
we're going to step aside, and we will be right back with more Friday Night Blitz right here on Livestream STL.
The Breeze Dental Care Team consists of dedicated individuals who are caring, kind, and friendly. Our staff is here to ensure a pleasant experience during your visit to our office. Our team includes experienced and energetic people whose goal it is to communicate well with our patients and provide the best care possible. Providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic care. Schedule a visit by calling 636-937-3030 or find us on the web at breezedentalcare.com.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays, we have Southern Nights on Wednesdays, we've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
Back here at Windsor High School, Matt Bates, Austin Bearden here with you as we approach the 9:20 p.m. mark here in the Central Time Zone. And shout out to Mark Woods down in Flagler, Florida. Thank you to my old college roommate for tuning in tonight all the way down in the wonderful state of FLA. Thank you, sir. So you can see how far the program reaches out. And once again, if you're in any of the bar areas at the 3 sponsor locations, ask about the live stream STL specials, as the onside kick was more just a straight drive kick into the lineman there. That was the up back for Windsor, as big man there, number 51, was able to Stephen Wolf. You know, the lineman gets a chance to run the ball. You gotta appreciate that moment.
One of the few, right?
One of my bucket list items that didn't get to accomplish. Junior and senior year, everybody else ran the ball but the center. The irony of that. Ball's taken over at the 45-yard line of Bishop DuBourg. I mean, once again, Windsor given another short field to work with on the change of possession. So, I mean, whether it's been a fumble, whether it's been a kickoff in any capacity, Windsor's been given a short field to work with. It seems like virtually all night. Here's a pitch back to Heffley, and he is wrapped up by Muhammad Diallo. Came out of nowhere as pressure was put on by number 55, Lamont Jeffries.
Here's my question. Where did this Bishop DuBourg defense come from? I mean, the last drive they looked really good, and here's starting out. This hasn't been here all game, but they are starting to get some good pursuit angles into the backfield.
Maybe just now it's taken that long for, you know, the continuity to finally click, but unfortunately with only 60 seconds now left to go, as we've entered the final minute, Windsor's going to take as much time as they're going to need to snap the ball and they do so. And as we approach what should be the final snap of the games, let's go ahead. We'll wrap up and we'll tidy up and talk about tonight's game in the final 35 seconds here, Austin. What did you see from the Windsor Owls tonight that you didn't see in week 1?
Yeah, I think week 1, right? It was week 1, just like any other football team. Not a lot of continuity throughout. They weren't really finding themselves. It took them the entire football game to score. They finally did win that one, right? They scored the touchdown in the 4th quarter after 3 long scoreless quarters against Herculaneum, and they ended up winning because ultimately they kicked the BAT and Herculaneum didn't. But I would be the first to tell you, and I think Windsor's coaching staff and team would tell you that they weren't proud probably of that first week. Although they got the win, there was a lot of things they needed to clean up, and you saw the cleanup tonight here in week 3 as I thought just in the backfield, all the fakes, the end arounds, the pitches, everything looked clean. A couple penalties, nothing crazy, but took care of the football, which they talked about in the pregame as a big focus for them. And I think that shows up on the scoreboard tonight. And obviously, they had some help from Bishop DuBourg's offense and special teams losing the football a little bit too much.
Windsor tonight, coming in with that 2-game losing streak, now has something to build on going forward with this win. I mean, coming into the game, with like 36 yards passing, you had a decent run game, 509 yards, but when you basically took all your totals and double, triple, quadrupled them, I mean, the passing attack that Patterson was able to break out from the quarterback spot, I mean, threw for well over 200 yards tonight.
Yep.
You look at the way the running game was solid, outside of a miscue here and there. I mean, I think overall, Coach Funson would tell you a lot of great things we saw tonight from the Windsor Owls side. But Coach Masters on the Bishop DuBourg side, a lot of things we're going to have to clean up, on our own side of the ball as well, too. I mean, the turnovers were one thing, but I also think there's a time and a place where, even if you had a timely turnover down at the far end of a field, and maybe at the other 1-yard line where you got to give them 99 yards to go instead of maybe 35 yards.
Yep.
Some of the turnovers just didn't seem to really be a friend to them, and especially the ones that were returned for touchdowns, at least 3 to 4 of them. So I think good night, great night overall if you're a Windsor Owl fan, and a lot to reflect on if you're on the Bishop DuBourg Cavaliers side and Coach Masters and the crew is there as well. But once again, thank you to everybody for checking out the Livestream STL and Livestream STL broadcasts tonight. And just as a reminder that next week, Livestream STL will be at Festus for that rivalry game between Hillsborough and Festus. Livestream STL South will have another classic with Eureka traveling to Oakville. And Livestream STL wants to thank once again everybody at Pasta House, Texas Roadhouse, and Case and Bucks up in Barnhart. And on behalf of Austin Bearden, Eli Yunt running the board tonight, Matt Bates saying thank you for tuning in to Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL. And we're going to leave you with our promotion and with our disclaimer as we exit the Friday Night Blitz on Livestream STL. Thank you.
Thanks for watching today's broadcast. Any unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Livestream STL is strictly prohibited.